Hi, Dr. David here, and I'm answering a viewer's question this morning, and that is, can I have sex with my partner if he is in recovery from masturbation addiction? There's a lot to that question that I'd like to unpack. First of all, what is masturbation addiction? When we talk about any kind of sexual behavior and addictive disorders, there's some very specific criteria. This is known as hypersexuality or compulsive sexual behavior disorder in terms of diagnostic codes. But basically, it's sexual behavior, masturbation included, that has very specific criteria that is interfering, one, with daily life, kind of getting in the way. You're doing that when you should be doing other things. There may be negative consequences that may be interfering with your sex life with your partner. It may be interfering in other ways where you should be doing work or getting other things done, but you're engaged in that compulsive masturbation or other sexual behavior, and it can also have negative consequences. So maybe you have had fights with your partner, maybe you've lost your partner, maybe your activity has gotten you in trouble at work, or maybe you're missing work because you're home masturbating or having other sort of sexual compulsive behaviors. So there's very specific criteria. Just if somebody has a lot of sex, that does not make them a sex addict or a masturbation addict. We have to have very specific criteria. Now, all that said, if somebody's in recovery from that, if to go back to the question of this viewer, if my partner's in recovery, what does that mean? So, and this is where it gets kind of very specific in terms of individual cases. It's really important to have communication and talk openly. What is your partner's needs? Where is he in the recovery process, or she? What are their needs? What are their boundaries? What are their triggers? With any addiction, it's very important to be aware of what triggers us to use or act out in that certain way, and to really respect that and work with your partner to understand that, to make sure that they are not triggered in some way and that they're abiding by their program of recovery, whatever that means. Sometimes there's a period of abstinence, for example, that's suggested that somebody may have agreed to, so that would interfere with that. So just, again, communication, speaking clearly and communicating one's needs and one's wants as you go through this process. Communication is absolutely the key. But there's no right and wrong. If the two of you feel that's a good thing, I think sex with one's partner is probably more affirming than masturbation by oneself in an addictive manner. So bottom line, communication, respecting boundaries, understanding triggers, and just being open about the process. Ultimately, I believe this is going to be good for your relationship and will be a lot of healing force back in there that's going to be a lot more pleasing to both of you. Dr. Dave signing out.